In 2025, Justin Bieber is a 31-year-old father, a husband, and the head of a $300 million empire. He has a new fashion label, a loving family with his son, Jack, and a comeback in the works. But behind the carefully curated success is a story you haven't heard. A story of an $8.6 million debt to his former manager and a staggering $24 million penalty for a canceled tour. So who is the real Justin Bieber today? A savvy businessman building a legacy? Or a superstar struggling under the weight of his own crown? We're about to break it all down. A new chapter: family, fatherhood, and faith. What does the daily life of a global superstar, now a 31-year-old family man, really look like in 2025? It's a question that peels back the layers of celebrity to reveal a life that is both surprisingly normal and extraordinarily complex. For Justin Bieber, the chaos of global tours and tabloid headlines has been replaced by a new, more profound rhythm. His world now revolves around three core pillars: his wife Hailey, their infant son Jack Blues, and the quiet creation of new music. An insider close to the couple confirmed this shift, noting, "Justin has a few priorities that he focuses on every day: Hailey, baby Jack, and new music." This isn't the frenetic energy of his youth. This is a man intentionally building a different kind of life. He now operates on his own terms, with a flexible schedule designed to maximize what he values most. As the source explains, he is working at his own pace and spending as much time with his family as he can. A typical morning isn't a rush to a photo shoot, but a quiet moment at home, playing with his son, who was welcomed into the world in late August 2024, just a few months after he and Hailey reaffirmed their commitment by renewing their vows that May. It's clear that fatherhood has been a transformative experience. This new chapter is not a temporary phase, but a foundation for the future. Friends say the couple hopes to have a big family, leaving the timing up to what they believe is God's plan. This domestic focus provides a sanctuary from the demands of his career. He and Hailey are more than just parents. They are partners in every sense, enjoying private getaways like a trip to Gaza Ranch in Idaho for his 31st birthday, or collaborating creatively, with Hailey often being the first to hear new tracks and offer feedback. Yet, this newfound peace is still lived under a microscope. In a moment of raw honesty in mid-June 2025, Justin took to social media, breaking a long silence to address his mental health struggles. He wrote, "People keep telling me to heal. I know I'm broken. I know I have anger issues. The harder I try to grow, the more focused on myself I am." He credited his faith in Jesus for guiding him through the exhaustion and public scrutiny, a vulnerability that showcases the immense pressure that persists even in this new, more grounded era. It's a poignant reminder that while his priorities have changed, the weight of his world remains immense. But this quiet family life is just one side of the coin. The other side involves a level of wealth and spending that is almost impossible to comprehend, and it's raising some serious concerns: the billionaire's wardrobe and the SKYLRK empire. You've seen the baggy clothes and the ever-changing hairstyles, but have you seen the man behind the new multi-million-dollar fashion empire he's quietly building? In early 2025, Justin Bieber orchestrated a striking sartorial transformation, signaling a new era not just in his music, but in his personal brand. He enlisted stylist Jenna Tyson, a former protege of the legendary Misa Hilton, to help him evolve. The shift was dramatic. Gone were the sometimes ill-fitting, oversized 90s-inspired looks. In their place emerged a curated balance of high-end streetwear and expertly tailored basics. Think of a relaxed white oversized shirt, but with controlled proportions, paired with subtle pops of color. He even adopted a clean buzz cut, a move an insider described as a way to hack age and accentuate a more youthful, polished image. This wasn't just about looking good. It was a calculated business move, a way to personify his next major venture. That venture is SKYLRK, his new streetwear label co-founded in 2023 with Nima Kayla of Pink Dolphin fame. Since late 2023, Bieber has been masterfully using his personal Instagram account as a guerrilla marketing tool, dripping teaser images of design decks, prototype sneakers, and garment samples to his hundreds of millions of followers. The hype is real because the vision is clear. The brand's inaugural lineup is slated to include everything from earth and candy-tone sweatsuits to surprisingly avant-garde puffy belted dresses and futuristic sunglasses. The footwear, in particular, has generated significant buzz, with early reveals showcasing 6 chunky sandal colorways and a sleek, low-profile sneaker. Yet, in a brilliant move to fuel anticipation, both the official SKYLRK website and its Instagram grid remain hidden behind password-protected pages. This strategy transforms a product launch into an exclusive event, making fans feel like they're on the inside track of something big. It's a powerful evolution from musician to mogul, proving he's not just following trends, he's creating them. And while he's building a fashion empire, he's also been quietly transforming his body. And the results are staggering. What he did to lose 20 pounds is simpler than you might think. Engineering the comeback body. How does a star who has everything find the discipline to completely overhaul his health? The answer, it turns out, is less about industry secrets and more about fundamental principles of nutrition and exercise. Throughout 2025, Justin has prioritized his physical well-being with a dedication that has yielded visible results, reportedly shedding around 20 pounds. This isn't the result of some fad diet, but a comprehensive lifestyle change rooted in clean eating. His diet focuses on whole foods, meticulously balancing macronutrients for peak performance. He's fueling his body with lean proteins like chicken, turkey, fish, lentils, and beans, getting his energy from complex carbohydrates such as quinoa, brown rice, and whole grains, and incorporating healthy fats from avocados, nuts, and olive oil. Perhaps most importantly, he has made a conscious effort to minimize processed sugars, a small change that has a massive impact on energy levels and overall health. Complementing his nutrition is an equally comprehensive workout plan, designed to build strength, endurance, and flexibility. His exercise routine is a 3-pronged attack. First is strength training, with weightlifting sessions that target all major muscle groups, building a powerful physique ready for the stage. Second is high-intensity cardio, including running and cycling, to ensure his stamina is at its peak. Finally, he incorporates restorative practices like yoga, a crucial element for improving flexibility and preventing the kind of injuries that can derail a global tour. This holistic approach is managed by his personal trainer, Kevin Medea, who tailors Bieber's workouts to his demanding schedule. When he's off tour, the focus is on heavy strength days to build a solid foundation. But during busier periods, the regimen shifts to quality conditioning sessions to maintain his fitness without causing burnout. This isn't about getting a beach body, it's about engineering the body of a world-class performer, ready for a major comeback, and with a new body and a new mindset, he needed a place to call home, or rather, 6 of them. You won't believe the luxury hidden behind the gates of his primary residence. The palaces of a pop prince. Everyone knows Justin Bieber is rich, but the sheer scale of his real estate portfolio is on another level entirely, reflecting a deep-seated need for privacy, security, and space. His primary residence, the crown jewel of his holdings, is in sprawling 11,000-square-foot mansion nestled in the ultra-exclusive Beverly Park neighborhood of Los Angeles. Acquired for approximately $30 million, The estate is less a home and more a private resort. Imagine waking up to panoramic views of the city before deciding how to spend your day. You could watch a new release in your state-of-the-art home theater, take a swim in the resort-style infinity pool, get a workout in your personal gym, or play a few sets on your professional-grade tennis court. This property is a fortress of luxury, designed to offer a complete escape from the outside world. It's a world away from his modest Stratford upbringing, a physical manifestation of his global success. But the Beverly Park mansion is just the beginning. The couple's real estate portfolio is reported to include a staggering 6 properties worldwide. This isn't just about collecting homes, it's about curating a network of private sanctuaries across the globe. Among these is a stunning $26 million villa in Beverly Hills and a lavish $16 million home in the desert oasis of La Quinta, a favorite getaway for Hollywood's elite. Add to that a sprawling ranch in the picturesque landscapes of Idaho, and you begin to understand the scope of their lifestyle. Each property is chosen for its ability to offer seclusion and ample space, not just for them and their son Jack, but for their friends and extended family. It paints a picture of a life lived on a truly grand scale, where the concept of home isn't tied to one location, but to a collection of magnificent, fortified havens. But living in these palaces requires a certain kind of transportation, and Justin's collection of cars, watches, and even his own private jet are more extravagant than you can imagine. The kid from Stratford, before the sold-out stadiums, the paparazzi, and the platinum plaques. There was just a kid from a small town with a God-given talent. To understand the global icon, you have to go back to the beginning, to Stratford, Ontario, Canada. Justin Drew Bieber was born on March 1st, 1994 at St. Joseph's Hospital in London, Ontario. He was raised by his mother, Patty Millett, who was just 18 years old when he was born. His father, Jeremy Bieber, was 19, and the two separated shortly after Justin's birth, leaving Patty to raise him in modest circumstances with the help of her parents. It's a classic underdog story, a foundation of humility that seems almost impossible given the heights he would later reach. From an early age, it was clear he was different. By the age of 4, he was already taking drum lessons, and he soon taught himself to play the piano, guitar, and trumpet. This wasn't a manufactured talent pushed by industry parents. It was a raw, innate musicality. He attended French immersion schools and would later graduate from St. Michael Catholic Secondary School in 2012 with an impressive 4.0 GPA, proving the intelligence behind the artistry. The first hint of his future came at age 12, when he entered a local Stratford singing competition. He performed Neo's So Sick and placed second, a moment his mother proudly captured on camera. But what Patty did next, with a simple click of a button, would set off a chain reaction that nobody could have predicted. A YouTube star is born. How does a kid singing Neo in a small-town competition become a global phenomenon? The answer is a single website, YouTube. In 2007, Patty began uploading videos of Justin's performances for friends and family to see. Those homemade videos soon went viral, catching the eye of a Georgia-based talent manager named Scooter Braun. Impressed by the raw charisma and vocal ability of this young kid, Braun became determined to find him. He tracked him down and arranged for the then 13-year-old Bieber to fly to Atlanta to record demo tapes. It's the kind of modern fairy tale that aspiring artists dream of, a testament to the power of the internet to change a life overnight. It was in Atlanta that the next crucial piece of the puzzle fell into place. He met the R&B superstar Usher. The two hit it off, and in a move that would shape pop music for the next decade, Usher and Braun formed a joint venture, RBMG Records, to sign Bieber in October of 2008. Soon after, he was officially signed to Island Records, and with his mother by his side, he relocated to Atlanta to begin his professional career. The launch was meteoric. His debut single, One Time, released in July 2009, wasn't just a hit. It was a statement, peaking at number 17 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and earning platinum certifications in both the US and Canada. By the time his first EP, My World, was released that November, he had already achieved something unprecedented. He became the first solo artist in history to place 4 songs from a debut release in the Hot 100's top 40 before the album even dropped. He wasn't just knocking on the door of the music industry, he was about to kick it clean off its hinges. The reign of a pop prince. What happens when a viral sensation becomes a legitimate superstar? You get Bieber fever. The release of his first full-length studio album, My World 2.0 on March 19, 2010 marked the beginning of his global reign. The album debuted at number 1 on the US Billboard 200, making him the youngest solo male artist to top the chart in an incredible 47 years. It was powered by its lead single, Baby featuring Ludacris, a song that transcended music to become a cultural touchstone and one of the best-selling singles of all time. It was a level of global hysteria not seen since the Beatles, and Justin was at the center of the storm. He embarked on the massive My World Tour, selling out arenas across North America, Europe, and Latin America. His face was everywhere, with high-profile television appearances on The Ellen DeGeneres Show and The Today Show, and a memorable performance at the MTV Video Music Awards where he showcased his drumming skills. In February 2011, he conquered the box office with his 3D concert film, Justin Bieber, Never Say Never, which earned nearly $100 million worldwide, becoming the highest-grossing concert documentary to that date. The awards and accolades poured in. He was named one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people in 2011 and even won a CMT award for his collaboration with country group Rascal Flatts. But as any artist knows, staying on top is harder than getting there. He had to evolve or risk becoming a footnote in pop history. And his next move was designed to do just that. The evolution to believe. How do you shed a teen pop image when the whole world sees you as one thing? You make a deliberate, undeniable shift in your sound, determined to embrace a more mature artistic direction. Bieber began working on his 3rd studio album, Believe. The lead single, Boyfriend, released in March 2012, was a clear signal of this new era. It debuted at an astonishing number 2 on the Hot 100 with over 520,000 downloads in its first week alone. The album itself, featuring collaborations with cutting-edge producers like Diplo, Hit Boy, and Dark Child, blended dance pop, R&B, and electronic influences, earning praise for its heavier beats and lyrical growth. This was a calculated risk, a move to prove his longevity beyond his initial fan base. The risk paid off handsomely. Believe secured him his 4th US number 1 album before the age of 19. Just a few months later, in January 2013, he did it again. The follow-up, Believe Acoustic, also debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, making Justin Bieber the first artist in history to have 5 number 1 albums in the United States before his 19th birthday. It was a staggering achievement that solidified his status as a commercial powerhouse. Despite the success, this era was also marked by personal struggles and intense public scrutiny. But the period that followed would not only earn him his first Grammy, but also cement his status as an unbreakable force in music. Purpose and global domination. Every great artist has a comeback story, but Justin Bieber's 2015 return wasn't just a comeback, it was a complete and total takeover. After a self-imposed hiatus, he re-emerged in February 2015 with Where Are You Now?, a groundbreaking collaboration with the EDM duo Jack U. The track showcased a new, sophisticated vocal style and earned him his very first Grammy Award for Best Dance Electronic Recording. This was just the opening salvo. Later that year, he released What Do You Mean?, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making him the youngest solo male artist ever to premiere a song atop the chart. His fourth studio album, Purpose, released in November 2015, became a global juggernaut, spawning 3 consecutive #1 singles, What Do You Mean?, Sorry, and Love Yourself. The album sold over 3.1 million copies, making it the 4th best-selling album worldwide in 2015. This was Bieber at his absolute commercial and critical peak. The accompanying Purpose World Tour was a monumental success, grossing over $250 million across 162 shows. Then, in April 2017, he jumped on the remix of Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee's Despacito, a move that shattered streaming and chart records across the globe. In a feat unmatched by any artist, he then replaced himself at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 2 consecutive weeks, first with DJ Khaled's I'm the One, and then with Despacito. He had achieved a level of success few artists ever dream of. But here's the part they don't tell you about reaching the summit: you become a target for collaboration from every genre imaginable. The hitmaker for hire. What do you do after you've conquered the pop world? You conquer every other world, too. The post-Purpose era was characterized by a series of high-profile, genre-blending collaborations that proved his voice was a certified hitmaker, no matter the context. His voice became a cheat code for a global hit. He reunited with DJ Khaled for the summer anthem No Brainer in 2018 and reached a massive global audience with his friend Ed Sheeran on I Don't Care in 2019. Then, he crossed over into country music, teaming up with Dan Plauché for the heartfelt ballad 10,000 Hours, a collaboration that earned him his first Country Grammy for Best Country Duo Group Performance. This ability to seamlessly move between pop, R&B, EDM, and country demonstrated a musical versatility that few of his peers could match. He surprised fans with an appearance at Coachella in April 2019, his first major festival performance in 2 years, where he hinted that a new album was on the way. He even jumped on the remix of Billie Eilish's mega hit Bad Guy, further cementing his relevance with a new generation of music listeners. By October of that year, he'd become the youngest solo male artist to accumulate 200 cumulative weeks in the top 10 of the Hot 100. He had proven he could dominate the charts as a feature. But the world was waiting for his next full statement, his next chapter. And when it arrived, it came with even more record-breaking achievements that put him in the same conversation as the king himself. Cementing the legacy in the 2020s, Justin Bieber wasn't just making music anymore, he was making history. On February 14, 2020, he released his 5th studio album, Changes, which debuted at #1 in both the US and the UK. With this release, he set a new record as the youngest solo artist to have 7 #1 albums in the US. Later that year, his charity duet with Ariana Grande, Stuck With You, topped the Hot 100, providing a moment of unity during the global pandemic. It's one thing to have a moment. It's another to build a dynasty. Early in 2021, he unveiled his 6th album, Justice, and its lead single, the infectious R&B track Peaches, debuted at #1 on the Hot 100. This made Bieber the youngest solo artist to score 8 US #1 albums, a truly historic achievement that saw him surpass a 56-year-old record held by none other than Elvis Presley. Throughout this period, he continued to showcase his diverse influences, releasing a gospel-inspired EP called Freedom and collaborating with artists from across the globe, from Afrobeat star Wizkid on the Essence remix to SKYLRK and Don Toliver on Don't Go. From a YouTube hopeful to a record-shattering titan of the music industry. His career is a masterclass in evolution and longevity. This incredible journey, filled with massive hits and world tours, has built more than just a legacy. It has built an empire of immense wealth. The $300 million man. We've talked about the fame, the music, the lifestyle. But what's the number? What is Justin Bieber actually worth in 2025? It's the question that cuts through everything else, and the answer is staggering. As of mid-2025, public estimates from credible financial sources place his personal net worth in a range between $200 million and $300 million. Publications like Parade and Celebrity Net Worth lean towards the $200 million mark, while others such as Benzinga and Economic Times confidently report a figure closer to $300 million. To understand the scale of this wealth, you have to look at his journey. In 2010, as a 16-year-old global sensation, his net worth was already an impressive $5 million. By 2015, that had skyrocketed to $200 million, and by 2023, it peaked at an estimated $300 million. It's a financial trajectory that mirrors his meteoric rise to fame, a figure so large, it's almost abstract. But it's built on a foundation of very specific, very lucrative business decisions. The single biggest contributor to this fortune was a monumental deal that saw him sell the rights to his life's work. And the price tag will shock you. Selling the golden goose. What is the price of a legacy? For Justin Bieber, in January 2023, the answer was exactly $200 million. In a landmark deal that sent shockwaves through the music industry, he sold his entire 291-song catalog to Hipgnosis Songs Capital. This wasn't just another business transaction, it was one of the largest catalog deals ever secured for an artist under the age of 70. This was a strategic move to convert decades of future royalties into a massive, immediate injection of capital. It's a high-stakes play, essentially betting that he can make even more money with this cash in hand than he would by waiting for streaming and royalty checks to trickle in over the years. Of course, that $200 million windfall is just one piece of his financial puzzle. During his active tour years, he typically earns between $60 million and $80 million per major tour from ticket sales, merchandise, and VIP packages. Added to that are the tens of millions he garners annually from major brand endorsements with global giants like Calvin Klein, Adidas, and Walmart. And let's not forget his own entrepreneurial ventures, from his established Drew House fashion label to the highly anticipated launch of SKYLRK. But here's the part of the balance sheet they don't always show you. For every dollar coming in, there are significant debts and obligations going out. The cost of the crown. With great wealth comes great liability. And Justin Bieber's financial records reveal a complex web of multi-million-dollar debts that paint a much more complicated picture of his finances. The most significant of these is a debt owed to his former manager, Scooter Braun. An independent audit by the prestigious firm PricewaterhouseCoopers confirmed that Bieber owes Braun a staggering $8.6 million in unpaid commissions and related tour advance repayments. While settlement discussions are reportedly nearing a conclusion, it remains a massive figure on his ledger. Beyond that, the abrupt cancellation of his 2022 Justice World Tour came with a severe financial penalty. He incurred a $24 million charge payable to the tour's promoter, AEG. It's a sobering reminder of the immense financial risks involved in stadium-level touring. According to reports, that debt is being partially covered by Braun's parent company, Hybe, under a 10-year repayment agreement, and the liabilities don't stop there. In late 2024, a tax lien of $383.49 for overdue property taxes was reported on his Coachella Valley property, with half of that amount reportedly still unsettled by April 2025. It's a startling look behind the curtain, revealing that even at this level of wealth, massive financial pressures and multi-million-dollar obligations are a constant reality. These liabilities paint a complex picture, but they're just numbers on a spreadsheet. Where the wealth truly becomes visible is in his portfolio of tangible, multi-million-dollar assets. the extravagant toys cars, watches, and a jet. If you had a net worth estimated at $300 million, what would you buy? For Justin Bieber, the answer is a breathtaking collection of assets that represent the pinnacle of speed, style, and seclusion. His garage is the stuff of legend, a multi-million-dollar stable of high-performance and bespoke vehicles. There's the Audi R8 famously wrapped in a wild leopard print vinyl, a supercar that can hit 60 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds. Then there's his custom blue chrome-wrapped Ferrari 458 Italia, a $400,000 masterpiece of Italian engineering. For more subdued luxury, he has the Mercedes Maybach S600, renowned as the world's quietest car. But the crown jewel of his collection is undoubtedly the Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport, a $225 million hypercar gifted to him by the rapper Birdman, capable of reaching a mind-bending top speed of 255 miles per hour. This isn't just a car collection, it's a portfolio of automotive art. His taste for haute horology is just as refined. On his wrist, you might find a Patek Philippe Nautilus, a bespoke masterpiece adorned with 255-round brilliant diamonds on an 18K white gold case, valued at approximately $300,000. Or perhaps his 18K yellow gold Rolex Cosmograph Daytona, a timeless icon of motorsport and luxury. These aren't just watches that tell time. They are investments, status symbols, and intricate pieces of mechanical art. But the ultimate symbol of his global status is not on his wrist or in his garage. It's waiting for him on the tarmac. Since 2014, Bieber has owned a Gulfstream G600 private jet. Purchased for an estimated $60 million, this long-range business jet is his office, his sanctuary, and his magic carpet. It can accommodate up to 19 passengers, has sleeping arrangements for 10, and can fly non-stop for 6,500 nautical miles, connecting his life in Los Angeles to his business in New York, or a vacation in Europe without ever stepping foot in a commercial airport. It's this unparalleled freedom and discretion that defines the truly opulent lifestyle he lives. However, this extravagant spending and high-profile life come with immense pressure and scrutiny, leading to a raw and honest confession that shocked his millions of followers: the weight of the crown. In the middle of June 2025, Justin Bieber broke his social media silence, but it wasn't to promote a new song or a fashion line. It was to share a moment of profound vulnerability that sent ripples across the internet. "I know I'm broken. I know I have anger issues," he wrote, laying bare the internal struggles that persist beneath the polished surface of his public life. This raw confession provided a startling contrast to the image of a man who has everything. It's one thing to hear about the pressures of fame. It's another to see them articulated so plainly by one of the most famous people on the planet. His post was met with a wave of support, but also with advice from fans urging him to step back from the Los Angeles spotlight and focus on healing away from the public eye. This internal battle is made even more complex when juxtaposed with his external lifestyle. At the same time, he's grappling with these personal demons. There are reports from insiders expressing concern over his high expenditures. One stunning report cited that he spent up to $300,000 during a single weekend at the Coachella Music Festival on private parties and personal indulgences. This opulent lifestyle, funded by his estimated $300 million net worth from his music and the $200 million sale of his catalog, includes frequent private jet travel and an extensive round-the-clock security detail. While his wife Hailey's skincare brand, Rhode, has become a significant revenue stream for the household, the couple's combined expenditures are astronomical. This creates a fascinating and complex dichotomy, a man publicly working on his spiritual and mental well-being while simultaneously living a life of almost unimaginable material excess. It's the central paradox of his existence in 2025, the quiet, family-focused man versus the global megastar with limitless resources. This constant battle between his inner self and his public persona didn't just appear in 2025. To truly understand the man he is today, we have to go back to the very beginning, to a small town in Canada, where a kid with a guitar and a YouTube account would unknowingly change the music industry forever. So, from a father and husband to a mogul with massive debts, the Justin Bieber of 2025 is more complex than ever. His story is a powerful lesson in the true cost of fame and the constant pressure to reinvent. What do you think of his new chapter? Let us know in the comments. And for more deep dives like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for Cudolorio.